when you are competing versus when you are dancing in a company is like these are two totally different skill sets. So when you're competing, you're an individual. It's basically sports. It's exactly like rhythmic gymnastics. It's like figure skating. It's all about technique and how well you can perform on stage based on your own skills. In a company, that's very different because now it's about teamwork. And now it's about ballet hierarchies and the power structure, right? How well you actually play that office politics game as well, right? And so these are two very different skill sets, which a lot of young dancers, if they go into competitions, usually they don't really make it in like companies. And the same can be said vice versa. A lot of young dancers who don't win a lot of competitions when they're young turn out to be great dancers in the long term in a company.
I see that, yeah. Yeah, it's a different, it's almost like a different profession somehow.
It is.
Also in terms of energy, I guess that when you focus for like a competition, it's much more dense, focused on, I guess, a day or 2 days or so, where the other one has to be like a constant maintenance of energy, and
absolutely
you have to enjoy that. If you're not like a total psychopath, you don't want to be in a workplace where you every day have to walk into a room to intimidate people and so on.
It's very much like a full-time job, because as a professional dancer, you're basically dancing for 8 hours a day, right? 6 days a week. And so being constantly on that high alert mode is impossible. So you'd have to also kind of relax a little bit and get to know the team as well, because what happens in ballet companies is that if you're sick for 1 day and you don't know a certain choreography, you're dependent on the other colleagues to kind of help you with it. And if you're always in this competitive mode, nobody will help you, right? And also what's really interesting, what I've experienced on a very personal basis, is that when I was competing, it was very much about what I can do for myself. And so the harder I worked, the more results I got. In a ballet company, and this is also parallel to just normal life, you can't control a lot of factors, So if a ballet performance requires a blonde person, I can only try so hard to become a blonde person. I can't be everything, right? And by the same token, some performances require very tall, lean, the typical classical body types. Whereas I'm more of a technical dancer. I'm shorter, I'm quicker, and I'm a turner, I'm a jumper, I'm very energetic. And so there are a lot of things that you can't really control in company life. Whereas in competitions, you can just work on yourself and train your muscles or train your brain, and the results directly correlate with your efforts.